What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the shop here. We got a pretty good update going. Of course, there's a giant update. I got my new box. I'll have once I cleaned it up, it's already got cluttered on it. And once I get it all cleaned up and organized a little bit better and got her ready and presentable, I'll do a full box review of this one. But yeah, that's not the focus of this video. This is kind of just a random update. What I'm working on here. It's kind of 4 projects at once. Literally, yeah, I think pretty sure it's 4 projects at once. This happens to be a speedometer out of a 91 Suburban, cluster out of a 91 Suburban. I'm cleaning it up. I was setting the mileage to 115,404 miles. That was what my LS swap pickup had on it. That had the 5.3 liter motor that I put in my 83 K5. That's what I had on it. And I'm going through and setting that to that mileage, which that's a pain to do. I don't want to have to do that again. But right now I'm cleaning up the post to reset the trip and just painted it black. I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up, get some new bulbs in there. Yeah, got the fuel gauge cleaned up. I'm going to clean everything up, make it look good, clean the glass up, everything. That's going to be going in the 83 K5 along with the full 91 Suburban harness that is in that box there. I've already went through and I cut. It's a mess in the shop right now. I got to clean this up before I leave. But I cut all this out of the 91 Suburban harness. This is a bunch of leftover stuff like power windows in here, radio, your main fusible link wire. There's some other stuff in there as well. That's all the stuff that's pretty much just scrap copper right now. Saved some speaker grills. Put in the 83. Hopefully they'll fit. I'm not sure. We'll see. Save this. You never know. Might put an LED in it and use it. Kept the radio bezel and the whole dash bezel. The 4-wheel drive shifter, the mirror, the vent. Saved just random stuff out of it I thought I'd need. I got more than this for it. But, yeah, here's another project I'm painting a drive-by cable throttle body for another project on that engine stand over there. We'll get to that in a minute. But here's the 91 column. The main reason I'm switching over to this is because of the dimmer and the cruise and the intermittent wipers that the 91 Suburban had. So I got that all done. That's ready to go in the truck when I go ahead and bring that back and start doing some work on it. I got HP tuners so I can tune it. I got some O2 sensors. Hopefully we can make it run a lot less rich and make it run happy and run about normal. So hopefully we can do that. Yeah, that's on the 83 update. That's pretty much it. The throttle body is for this motor over here on the stand. I went ahead and painted it black. This motor right here, that is not a 4.8 liter that you are used to seeing on this engine stand. That motor is gone. This has been in its place. And if you look on this lovely tag right here under some rust and stuff, 6.0. Yeah, this is a 6.0. This is not an LQ4. This is an LQ9. This is a flat top piston LQ9 out of a 03 Cadillac Escalade. We'd be like, Tanner, that sounds awfully familiar, an 03 Cadillac Escalade. Didn't you own one of them? Yes, I do. This is the motor out of my 03 Cadillac Escalade. The 4.8 liter is now setting down in Escalade. You guys are probably, what the hell, Tanner? Why'd you swap that? Well, my plan is to sell my Escalade here in a few months, and I've put the 4.8 in it. It's a good running 4.8. It's a free 4.8. I put it in the Escalade. I'm going to tune it to run the... It's not real happy right now because it's got way too much timing, I think, because it's running off the timing tables for this. It's also running on the injectors that were... This has got the stock 6.0 intake on it that came out of the truck, or out of the Escalade, and has the bigger injectors, the 25-pound versus the 21-pound. I can't remember. But, yeah, it's running on the injector tables for the 6.0. So I got my HP tuners. I'm going to go ahead and tune it to run better on the 4.8. I'm going to drive it for a while, make sure it's good, and sell it, advertise it that it has a 4.8 in it. I might make up some kind of lie and say that I spun a rod. Not to the reason I actually took this motor out. This motor is going in gunner. You're like, you really just took a 6 liter out of an Escalade to put in a 2000 Rusty GMC pickup. Yeah, I did. Gunner is got a lot more sentimental value to me than Escalade ever has and probably ever will. I've always been a GMC fan, Chevy fan. You guys know that, truck fan. And I don't. It's really weird. The Escalade's almost too nice for me. It's really weird. But Gunner is got a 4.8 in it, and yeah, he's got a 6-inch lift and 33-inch tall tires with 373 gears. He does all right for being a 4.8. He does really good for being a 4.8, but it's not what I want. I want a 6-liter powered half-ton truck. And I do plan to fix all the rust on him eventually and make him look presentable. And I want to put a 6-liter in him. A little cam 6-liter in him, actually. So what my plan is, I'm going to clean this off, gasket it, go through it, do a trunnion kit, do a Brian Tooley Racing Stage 2 truck cam in it. Nothing real aggressive, but something to give you a little bit of lope and a little bit more power. Summit Racing double roller timing chain, Melling oil pump. Go through it, just give it a general once-over. Valve springs, of course. I'm going to buy the Brian Tooley Racing kit, put all new valve stem seals in it, and springs, cam, all that stuff. I'm going to go through it. I painted the throttle body, the drive-by cable throttle body black, just because I think it'll look a little better. I'm going to do a little bit of blasphemy. I'm going to paint the engine New Ford blue, just because it's a dark blue, and I think it will look really good, being Gunner is dark blue. Of course, I'm going to clean all this off when I put the cam in it. This will look way better. The whole engine will get sanded and painted blue. I went ahead and over here, these are the factory engine oil cooler lines. I don't have an oil cooler on the 4.8 in the Escalade. I went ahead and cut off the rubber line using one of my pipe cutters, so they're nice and flat. What I'm going to do is get Earl's 1/2-inch to 8N, or 8AN, 8-8AN fittings, and run 8-inch, not 8-inch, AN, God, AN, 8AN tubing to the radiator instead of using the rubber lines that are notorious to leaking. I'm going to also do that for the radiator, or not radiator, the transmission cooler lines that go to the radiator. Put a bigger transmission cooler in Gunner as well. Really considering converting Gunner over to Hydro Boost brakes as well in the swap. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. You guys can call me crazy and stupid, but the Escalade just doesn't really, nothing clicks when I drive it. I mean, it's fun, but it's not. It's a very nice riding vehicle, and I don't think the 4.8's really going to hurt it all that much, because really the Escalade's kind of just a cruising vehicle more than anything to me, even if I do keep it and drive the hell out of it. This will suit Gunner much better, and I'll be much more happy with this motor in Gunner, and why not? Once I clean it all up, it will look a lot better, obviously. I'm going to go through it and do some detail work. But yeah, what does that mean, though? When I pull the 4.8 out of Gunner, that means I have a good running 4.8 that I know runs good, has good oil pressure, and doesn't have a lot of lift or tick or anything like that in it. So what am I going to do with it? Well, I'm going to have a motor. I got HP tuners now. I can tune GM PCMs at relatively cheap prices, so $100. I have two PCMs here. I got the stock 03 PCM and then that 99 truck PCM for the 4.8 that's in the Escalade. I went ahead and pulled the tune off that one and merged it onto the Escalade's tune, and once I get a little bit of extra cash, I'll buy some credits and unlock that. It's Christmas time, you know, so, well, after Christmas, right after Christmas, so it's, yeah, a little tight, should we say, with some funds, so it's right after Christmas, actually. Yeah, but that means I have a 4.8. I have the harness to that other 4.8. What does that mean? That means we're going to go ahead and make a standalone harness. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just following the instructions from LT1swap.com. He's got a pretty decent overview on how to do this. What am I doing with the 4.8? I've got three options to put it in. my 85 K5, which I'd like to see running, but I don't really know if it's just I'd like to build a decent motor for it. I'm almost wanting to see a big block in it, so I might just kind of go away from that one. I got my 84 Camaro, Berlinetta, decent car. I haven't seen it in 2 years, so I really don't know if it's decent anymore. It might be a big flaming pile of crap, but it's got some sentimental value, so it's a possible candidate for this. I'd probably do a 700 R4, even though I could find me a two-wheel drive 4L60 and run a 4L60 in it. But I think I'm going to eliminate the transmission harness. There's the rear O2 connection, I believe, yep. And I'm not real sure. This was the, I'm not 100% sure. This was the transmission connectors or what. I've got a lot of stuff cut here and it's kind of irritating me. I think them are both rear O2s. I'm pretty sure them are both rear O2s. But yeah, we'll figure that out when we get to it. I'll multimeter them and see. I know what all this is up here, so that's a plus. But yeah, I've done one of these once before. This is my second harness. I'm by far an expert at it. I went ahead and just cut all the wires except for the purple or the pink ones for the injectors and whatnot and coils. But yeah, I'm going through and pulling out all of the wires in the blue connector right now. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of sit back and relax a little bit. I like this. It's kind of relaxing to me. I like depinning and redoing harnesses, which is odd. But yeah, I do like doing that. So yeah, that's all 4 of the projects I have going. Gunner's big update here. This is going to probably be a pretty big project for him. I know it's going to be a decent chunk of change just to do the cam and everything and cleaning it up. A lot of it's going to have to be revolving around decent weather too, because I got to be able to get it out of the shop here and clean it. I had to go through and get rid of all 4, actually there were 6 broken exhaust manifold bolts. They're all out now. I have these are a little recessed and there's not as much thread in there. I don't know if you really can see that. Ugh. Yeah, as you guys can see there, they're drilled in a little bit. You're probably wondering what that is. That was so I could get the, once I used that Lyle's template kit. It works really good, except I always have problems with the front exhaust manifold bolts. They're both of them on this engine were this way. I had to drill them in a little bit to, I don't know what it was, but I had to drill them in a little bit, get a little bit of the bolt off, like a little bit of the bolt down. I was prepared to put a threaded insert in there. I actually put a threaded insert in the 4.8 out there. I had a problem on both sides. It was difficult getting both front exhaust manifold bolts out of it. I got no idea. The next 4.8, I'm going to weld the nuts on the front one. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to weld nuts on them and back them out that way and maybe get it done. But yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to clean a lot of this up, of course. Do some different things. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Cleaning all this stuff up. I'm not doing this right now. This is just here because I'm going to lay my harness on it when I get to taping it together. That's all it's out for. Yeah, but other than that, that's all the projects I've got going on right now. I really liking my toolbox. I know I got a lot of views on my last video in my toolbox. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of flack in there. They say it wasn't full. Yeah, it really wasn't full, but I wanted one of these. So yeah, I can afford it, so I don't really care what anybody else thinks. But you know, to each their own. This is what I wanted. I wanted a toolbox I could lay in the top of. So I got one. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Going through that harness. Gonna work on the 6.0 a little bit more probably. Pretty much just been doing some different stuff. Been working a lot. Yeah. So expect more updates on the 83. Expect gunner updates for this motor and towards the spring and summer. That's going to happen. Also with the 83. The 83 might get an update before then too if I get time to go look at it and work on it. Oops, somebody's calling. But yeah. I plan to do a vintage air system in the 83 just because I had a mouse problem with it already just because it's setting. But yeah, I got this column's going to go in it. And yeah, I'll really enjoy that. Yeah, apparently everybody's left. Oh yeah, it's a little after 6, so yeah, everybody is probably gone. But yeah, Gunner updates, LS Swap 83 updates. Pretty much it. Oh yeah, going back to the 3, 84, 85 K5 Blazer, 84 Camaro, or my 80 Trans Am that you guys have not seen any of these vehicles actually on this YouTube channel. They're all kind of ghosts and secrets. But yeah, you will see most likely an update or two on them, on what I choose. I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to make a Rat Roddy 80 Trans Am. I'm going to do some work on the 84 too, probably this summer and spring. I want to do Holley Sniper EFI and get that all completed on the 305 and just drive it for a while, I think. I'm on the hunt for a T56, but if any of you know, have been looking for T56s, you know they're kind of expensive and kind of hard to come by. And if you do come by, they're normally anywhere from $1,500 to $35. I'm probably just going to break them down, calling Hawks Motorsports and see if they can't get me a T56 swap kit that they got. See if they got any T56s, LT1 T56s around, and I'll put that behind the 305 for right now, just because I don't really like my T5. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and sit down and work on this wiring loom a little bit more. Like I said, expect updates on Gunner, this LS Swap project, and then one of the new projects we're playing with. I also thought of putting the 4.8 in the 84 Trans Am too, but I don't know. It all depends on what's going on. Whatever I'm putting it in, it's either going to have a manual transmission or a turbo 350 or a 700 R4. So I'm probably going to eliminate all of the transmission stuff. I do want to get, I'm probably end up getting another GMT 800 platform truck and pulling the motor and transmission out of it and putting it in the K5. I'd like to put a big block in it, like I said, but I don't see that happening. I got the newer process transfer case. What is it? The 241 out of the Suburban. That's the, what is it? God, I can't remember. But it's the passenger side drop transfer case. It has the speed sensor in it, which is really good combination for a 4L60. So that's what I'm going to do with it if I do get another truck or something with LS swap for it. I'd like to get a 6-liter, so I'd like to get a 3/4 ton and maybe try to figure out and make that work with a 4L80 and do a 6-liter and a 4L80. Who knows? But yeah, it's going to probably set for a while anyways. But yeah, or I could just put the 4.8 in it with a turbo 350 that's in it right now and just beat the hell out of it. Haven't really decided. But yeah, this is pretty much what's going on tonight in the shop, and I thought I'd just give you a long 18-minute long video of me babbling about updates for December of 2018, getting ready to roll into the new year here. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Hope you guys had a good holiday, some good holidays, and hope you guys have an even better New Year. So, catch you guys in the next video.